State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona.
Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. 10 cycles.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. He completes this one to Mingo.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Escaping the pressure right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Back to throw here.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers will take over here just shy of the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
This 2nd and 4.
Young to throw it. Out to his left. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys that they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Flushed out right. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
2nd and a couple.
To throw, Young. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Young.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it.
And the Cards are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
That's good for a Cardinals.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. second down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got this downfield to McBride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray, eluding the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. To throw is Murray. Steps away. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1. Connor will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
The Cardinals offense staying put. Obviously, watch out for Kyler's legs. They'll go for 2 here.
Connor going to try and run it. And he will get in to make it 8-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Right back to Hubbard.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. To the 36-yard line, stop there. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and you play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2.
Ready.
Young.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look planted in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
On the slant, this is Chark.
Will go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Young on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This is taken in by McBride.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. Rolling to his left. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Murray now.
That's complete to McBride.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Murray rolling to his right. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. Forced out to his left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Escaping the pressure right. Murray. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They'll play fake. Now Young. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Troy Hill picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ready, set.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
A give running right. It's Hubbard.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle doing the chirping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Here we go. Striker, 3-3. Ready.
Now here's Young.
He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Young takes it on the sneak, and he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown.
Bryce Young
scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flushed out right. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Frankie Luvu.
Throwing again, Murray. And he's he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Towards the end zone for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's going to let it go again. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Here's Murray. Open is Swaim, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Murray a give. This is counter.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swaim. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First down, Murray. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And he comes back with 1 complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. On the move to his left.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
And it's picked up by the Panthers. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You get the back of the end zone.
Oh, he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Finds his running back, James Conner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw is Murray. Flush to his right.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard, 26 yards. And the Panthers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Panthers 17, Cardinals 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And Connor going to pick up a Cardinals first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Down the sideline he goes.
And down to the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray.
Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Murray now to throw. Out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Cardinals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Connor up the middle. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Murray flushed out right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll run here with Connor. And diving to try to get the first down. He's going to be a little bit shy of the marker. Again, it'll be Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Play action. Now it's Murray. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Prater for the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And Young's throw there incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but This offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Able to get this one to McBride. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run behind center with Connor.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Murray. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. A 1st down throw for Young. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's got this down to the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 1st and 10, Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Young from the shotgun. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Chris Burns.
And the Cardinals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And the defense closes quickly there. We'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Now Murray. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the handoff, Connor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Here's Murray. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, They need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging and blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray under pressure, and they got to him again. 3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Murray now. And this is going to be intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch it. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Throwing, Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Young. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. Here's a handoff to Connor. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. This is Connor. And he'll be taken down here about the 11. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. To throw is Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw. Murray. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position. This is 1st and 10. Now Young. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Young. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Here's Young. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Young to throw.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Greg Dortch now to return it.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26.
Here's first and 10.
Now Murray.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Second and 6 coming up.
Young to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Here's Young. They'll roll him out right. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cards are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. So the Panthers going to get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9. They'll give this to Hubbard running right.
Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Ready?
try and run for this with Hubbard. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
That's caught by Mingo, right side.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Now Young.
This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen.
And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain.
A gain of 14 yards. First down, Carolina.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Panthers.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards that time for number 19. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. 118 yards on the ground for Hubbard as that last run a first down.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown!
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. First throw of overtime for Murray. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll run here with counter. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's counter. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Murray now on first down. Open is Swain, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Now Connor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
At the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Here's Connor. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Now Murray.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray escaping the pressure right. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So a win here for the Panthers, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.